Very nice.
Heck yeah. Welcome to this edition of NC England. I'm your host, Donald Dudley, and in today's episode, I travel to the upper Roanoke River to do some striper fishing with my good buddy, Kalen Burrell of Fireline Fishing. Now, he's a local expert for Weldon, North Carolina, and we get on a great striper bite. His expertise truly shows in today's episode. We catch over 75 nice-sized stripers and just have an outstanding time. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Very nice, man.
What's one?
Yeah, that was quick.
99 more to go.
You get a lot of repeat customers. I do get repeat customers, but I also get a lot of people that just want to, like, they have their own rigs, they have their own system, stuff set up, they want to know how to do it, they don't know how to do it. So, and they tell me that up front, so that's a big secret. And I'm okay with that, I'm cool with that.
There we go.
So I also want you to be able to learn something while you're here too.
There was several bites over there. Very cool. Appreciate it.
You want to set this back and keep them getting wet?
Sure. Yeah, man, that's a nice one. I did it again, man.
You got it.
Yeah, I was reeling it in after I was home. I keep hammering it just as I'm reeling it in.
Let's try that then. Take a little piece of plastic worm, in this case a little piece of plastic fluke, and put it on there, and that'll keep the shad from rehooking himself. Get your shad out. Some people do nostril and nostril. I do nostril to cheek, just because the striper can't snatch him off as bad. So he nostrils the corner of the mouth. He can still open his mouth, he can still swim and breathe. Then you just take that little piece of worm and slide it down to him, and now he can't slide up the hook and rehook himself.
Hey, I got to go. We got another one on the line. All right, bud.
This one's a small one.
Everything you catch besides.
Okay, doubled up. Yeah, man, I got you. Yeah, yours is nice. It's another thick one.
I'll turn it on for you, but I don't know how.
I got it. But I didn't have it on for the hook tip.
Let me get out of these trees.
That's a fairly nice one.
You do that again, I'm going to act up.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I got to swing this out away from these trees.
This one's fun.
That's a nice fish there, bud.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
That's a very nice fish. Did you just take my bait? I bet you did. You did. Oh, there he is. Come on, man. Oh, yeah.
My hands are so sore I gotta use a rag now. But a lot of times you can tell males from females by just simply looking at their scales. So when they mate or fight, as we call it, the males are pretty aggressive on the females. So these sharp barbs right here will actually cut the females and takes chunks of scale off. So if you look at the fish, you'll see like irregular patches that looks like it's been literally patched in place. That's where the scales have grown back from where they were mating. So a lot of times you can just look at the scales and tell whether it's female or not. If you don't know whether it's a female or not, you just simply squeeze it. And see that right there? That means that it's a male. If if you're trying to cull your fish or whatever the reason may be.
Let's take a minute to discuss the techniques and tackle that we use today to catch these fish. We start out the day throwing flukes and other soft plastics on half-ounce jig heads, and we're throwing those to the shoreline, and we're bouncing them across the bottom on the way back to the boat. Now this works very good in the morning, and we do it again in the afternoon, and it works very well then too. Now in between we mix it up a little bit, and we do some live bait fishing. We drift some live shad on basically a Carolina rig. We're using a 1 ounce trolling weight with about 24 to 36 inches of 17-pound fluorocarbon down to a barbless circle hook in order to do that, and that works very well also. Also, Kaylin put us on basically an anchored bite. He's working the trolling motor to keep us in one spot once we find some fish, and basically we're casting to where those stripers are holding up in that hole. He's able to find those on the electronics, and we catch them with the same setup that we did when we were drift fishing with the live shad. And then, like I said, in the afternoon we again target those fish in those areas that are holding up with the flukes and other soft plastics. It's just great techniques that work this day, and lots of different ways that you can catch the fish up there on the Roanoke River. Well, that does it for this edition of NC Angling. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Fishing for Stripers on the Roanoke River. And remember, if you're looking for a great time fishing for stripers, contact Kaylin Burrell and Fireline Fishing, and he will definitely put you on a great bite up there in Weldon, North Carolina. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video and content like it, make sure you click like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below.